I feel like anytime we do voices, we should just be like, this is our reel for voiceovers.
This is what we do! Yay!
Oh, I'm sorry. Would you rather me have a Russian accent?
Old man, take a look at my life. I'm a lot like you.
You know, in Motherland, if I do this voice, they murder you on sight.
In Mother Russia, we fucks the bears. Don't ask questions.
Is there a bear?
Welcome to episode 23. Yeah, that's right, I combine languages. 23
Banshee Trace.
of the K, J, and A podcast. My name is Kevin. That's what the K stands for. And right next to me.
Hi, I'm Jay. Literally, Jay.
And all around us all the time is the A. For it is one with us.
One of these days we'll have somebody record the A.
We've talked about it a really long time. I don't think it's going to happen.
Nope, you know what? Fuck that. Since we have the KJ&A chat, guess what?
Are you going to ask somebody?
You know what? I'm just gonna fucking do it.
You're just going to ask somebody?
Yeah, I'm just gonna ask. I'm just gonna put it out there. Be like, you guys want to be the A anytime soon? You know?
All right.
You guys
Sure.
wanna be the
Let's
A?
wait till after we're done recording, though.
I know.
But you're looking at your phone like you're like, I'm about to put some shit out in the world. Right?
You said I wasn't gonna put some shit out. That takes very little thought on my part.
So when we decided, well, I decided I was gonna pick the next one, and
He sure did.
you know, we've had some troubles lately as far as like a lot of the ones we've done recently are like top of their game. Like there's been struggle for top spot.
Yeah, I mean, our three worst were E-Tranger,
Can't even say it.
Vampire Hunter D, which, you know, that surprised us terribly. What was the other one? I said there was another one. There was three.
You said there was three.
There was three.
What was the third one? That was oh, I feel like X1999 was pretty garbage. Or Demon? No, it wasn't
Demon City.
Was that Demon City Shinjuku that was really that bad?
Mostly because of the protagonist.
The protagonist was
He really undersold the entire movie.
Maybe if he was a decent human being, it would have been like
Like Mephisto. Literally a demon's name was a better protagonist than we got.
Yeah.
And he was barely in it.
He totally was. But I feel like we've had so many competitors for the top that I wanted to find a competitor for the bottom.
So what you're saying is you
So
wanted
I
to find
searched for
something
the
that could...
10 worst animes
This guy.
on Google.
This guy.
And I looked through a couple of them, and I was like, this one's based on a series. I don't want to do that. This one's also based on a series. No, I don't want to do that. So I found one that wasn't based on a series and was absolute fucking garbage. And I came up with Psychic Wars.
The initial title in Japanese is Sojuo Senshi Saikiku Wozu, which literally translates to Bestial Soldier Psychic Wars. So they actually took out like half the title and just was like Psychic Wars.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't make it any better.
Thanks, Manga Entertainment.
It doesn't make it any better.
No, it doesn't.
It was such garbage.
You know, actually, I read through reviews prior to actually watching this, and there was one that caught my eye, and I could not find it again to show you, but it literally turned it into like a porn. Yeah, I know you're looking at me. You're looking at me like I'm crazy, but the dude was like, "It was all a dream." Sorry. Just quoted Biggie Smalls on that one.
There are worse things.
But he was like, what if Ukiu's power was his manhood?
Oh, God.
And
It sounds like the premise to every freaking porn ever.
Yeah, it was terrible. It was terrible. I'm not even trying to go all the way through it.
Yeah,
but
let's not.
But yeah, because the last battle, it led up to that, and it was like she was bleeding because of this, and I was like,
What?
stop.
Yeah.
I just wanted to show you because I was like, I know I'm not crazy.
And their plan to take over the world was the stupidest fucking plan.
Okay, no.
It was
no.
the stupidest fucking... All right, get through the shit, and then
Yes.
we're going to get into this.
All right.
I'm telling you, like...
This movie
their
is...
plan made no fucking sense.
Hold
it did
on.
not. Stop. All right, do your thing. Do your
Okay.
thing. And then we'll talk about it, because it's so stupid.
Okay. Let me get to it.
Okay.
So, this one, I actually had to hunt down the scores. Now, Google normally has everything just on the page, looking very nice, very pretty, very pristine.
Right.
All they had was IMDb score, and I was like, that's not enough score. I have to look for this. So, I actually looked at my anime list. I looked at Rotten Tomatoes. I had to look at something else because Google had nothing. They had nobody even rated it on Google.
Well, yeah. I don't want to think about this movie more than I have to, really.
I mean, it's pretty much a no-brainer. It's an OVA. It's an original video animation. It's based on a long novel. It's on a novel. It's based on a novel. Yeah, I know, right? So anyway, IMDb score 3.4 out of 10 with 133 reviews.
Appropriate.
Anime News Network 2.66 out of 10.
Also appropriate.
134 ratings. My anime list 3.9 out of 10. 2,094 users. Rotten Tomatoes, there wasn't even a score on the tomato meter. It was just one review. Just one. But the audience score was 29% with 100 plus reviews. Oh, people hated this thing. Hated it.
Is there an option to choose lower than 1 in this?
Apparently on the tomato meter. Because, once again, it's non-applicable. It's
0.
goose egg. just nothing. No.
Yeah, I really wanted a front runner for the worst, and
You found it.
I think this is what I'm going to keep looking for every time I get a chance to choose the anime.
Jesus Christ.
Is the worst possible, like.
So I'm looking at the brighter side of things. You're looking at the darker side.
Oh yes, absolutely.
Oh, thanks.
You can pick the ones that will be like, "Yay, this was fun to watch," and I'll try to pick the one like, "Let's pull this bitch apart."
Yeah, and it's gonna be a lot to pull apart.
Oh god.
This is so bad it's laughable.
Oh yeah.
It's funny because it's that bad. But so this was directed by Tetsuo Kodota, and I didn't even want to look into what else he did because this was so bad. I did not look at anything.
That's depressing.
Like I literally now normally I don't even go through the credits because people have watched everything for me. So I've just gotta
just gotta Google away.
Yeah, so I watched all the credits just to see everything. The English cast was not lined up with their actual characters. They just had the names of
they just had names.
Just names of the actors. That's it. They did not have them lined up with the character that they played at all.
I don't.
This is also
you don't want to put that shit in your resume.
This is the second English version.
Though I will say honestly, I feel like the voice acting in this wasn't fucking terrible because I feel like I've heard so much worse than some of the other animes we've watched.
E-Tranger easily.
Yeah.
No, not E-Tranger.
No, not E-Tranger.
No,
was X1999 was pretty fucking bad.
not every character had their best.
Dagger of Kamui
Yes.
was fucking terrible. But this one, I felt like the voice acting in this one actually, it felt like they tried. Like I'm not saying that they had the best lines. I'm not saying it was the best story.
No,
it
easily
was far
no.
from it. But I feel like aside from the demons, the main characters had some. Their lines were garbage, but they were put out in such a way.
I mean, your main characters only ended up being Ukyu and Fuyuko.
Yeah.
Really, that's it.
Yeah, that was it.
But
there was no other things.
So, let me just throw out cast. It's not a long cast because the Japanese cast actually has everything listed properly. The American cast literally had nothing. It was just their names. You didn't know what character they played. It was just there. So I had to piece this together.
All right. Well, thanks for doing
minus one person, and I don't know who she played at all. I can only hope that it's one of the priestesses.
Yeah, I was gonna say the priestesses were all the
Which is the only, because there was only one priestess voice, but there's supposed to be like
all talking
5
at the same time.
Yeah, there's supposed to be. Let me see. Let me look at the Japanese cast, and it's 3 that actually talk out of the 5.
Okay.
But,
I
yeah.
feel like they sounded the same.
Yeah, I mean,
I couldn't
it was
tell
only the
who
one in the
was
center
talking.
that was talking
Yeah.
the entire time. But Ukyu Retsu is played by Alan Blyton. Fuyuko Asahina is played by Julia Brahms. Professor Takase was played by Roger May. The Elder was played by Rick Rosalar Green. Apparently, Assistant 2 was played by Robert Chase. Shun Yu, the old woman, was played by Lisa Ross. And then I have no idea who Leslie Rooney played. No idea.
Sorry, Leslie.
Yeah, no idea.
Sorry, Leslie. We'll give you your props where they're due.
Yeah. And now, once again,
They're not due here.
no, they're not due here. The problem with this is that none of them have anything on IMDb to look up. They have no filmography. You can look at Wikipedia, and there is nothing for them. They are just.
Well,
It's like, I did this role, and that's it.
they're
That's
like,
it.
well, this was
This was an experience.
for me.
It was
Time
an
to move on.
experience. Thank you.
All right.
Terrible. If you guys really want a synopsis for this, I'll break it down very simple. Very simple. A strange growth on a mysterious old woman leads the brilliant surgeon Ukyo Retsu into a 5,000-year-old battle for the fate of Japan as he travels through time to fulfill his destiny by defending the future from the invasion by a race of demons bent on subjugating humankind.
So stupid. So fucking dumb.
My main issue with that story right now, when you listen to the beginning, 5,000 years ago, the demon race tried to take over the world, but they were defeated. 5,000 years later, they're coming back. And now, in the beginning, you see this This is a rainbow halo with a voice that keeps changing position.
Yeah.
In the night sky or the morning sky, there's another halo around the sun. Like there's a weird halo theme going on throughout the entire film. For anybody who plays Halo, who loves Master Chief or Cortana, or just a Halo series in general. It's a fucking good series. I love that fucking game. The show, maybe not as good as the game. Okay, fine. You know what? Sometimes people have to get creative with how they create characters. Sometimes sex sells. And apparently for John, it doesn't sell.
Yes.
But
Unless it's Cortana.
they're getting to the Halo. That's still kind of weird.
We're not gonna talk about it.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Yeah.
I'll just get out there.
Yeah,
with the
do
artwork.
that art.
Yeah, honestly, watching it, character designs weren't terrible. Like the action wasn't terribly awful looking.
It fits in line
It
with...
fit in line with 80s, even though it was like 79.
Yeah, Each Ranger. What?
I mean,
Well,
honestly, it was a little bit better than
No,
Each
it wasn't
Ranger, in my
79.
opinion.
It wasn't 79. It was 91.
What?
Yeah.
Where did I read 79?
I have no idea.
Okay,
But
well,
everything I looked at was 91.
oh, okay, well, it lined up with 80s shit.
Yeah,
it had the
it was-
glowy everything.
Yeah, I mean, it lines up with Each Ranger,
Yeah.
Vampire Hunter D, and Dagger of Kamui.
Yeah.
Yeah, all three
it
of
was
those.
all simple anime shit.
The best they could do at the time.
Yeah. So, but there were so many things wrong with this show. Like the fact that when he was cutting into the old woman to find the tumor that was actually a demon, and she also gave him his powers at the same time. There was a lot of blood shooting out for like cutting. He like cuts his like, huh? And then
Okay. Now you say that. Hold on.
oh, see, like I haven't been taking notes recently a lot. This one, I took notes.
I had to take notes. I did shorthand this time instead of like whole friggin' sentences and stuff.
Right.
So, yeah, it's weird because Okay, yeah, you pointed out it's
little
spurts
slice
of blood
and
as like
It's not like you're not supposed to be cutting arteries, bro. There's no tumor in our arteries.
yeah.
You're good.
Have you been to a hospital? That doesn't happen unless you nick vital.
And apparently, there's only one doctor in the whole hospital.
Yeah, apparently
Because when
like
the old lady died, he had to go running.
yeah. Nah, bruh, nah. But when he hits the cancerous part, it's a green spurt of blood, and then he's like, "What the hell is this?"
Yeah. Maybe.
Maybe that's not a question you should ask out loud. Maybe just be like,
Yeah.
just
Sure.
take the
Just
take
let
the
me do my
sample."
thing.
But he
He takes the whole thing out.
Yeah.
And then they're like, let's hold it in a jar and look at it.
but when you notice that it's growing, maybe that's a sign
Incinerator
that-
time.
Yeah, maybe it's time to go
Incinerator time.
because tumors don't grow outside of the body; they shrivel. They do the opposite.
And then the nurse comes up and is like, we didn't know what to do. She died suddenly. It's like,
no,
it's literally your job.
No, that's after. That's
Yeah,
that's after.
yeah, it's after
That's-
because the old lady dies.
Yeah, no, hold on.
What? What
'Cause-
am I missing?
So much.
Okay. Okay.
So much right now.
Okay.
So it's like he meets with the nurse outside of the OR.
Yeah.
He's like, I know whenever you're around, everything's gonna be okay. So in one of the reviews I read, they were like, the relationship between Ukyu and Fuyuko was not prevalent until they actually kissed. And that's pretty fair, but if you hear them talk to each other, it's not just a friendship.
I feel like it was more than the friendship from the very beginning.
Really?
That's how I felt watching it.
I mean, to a certain extent.
Because it was like they kept doing like the more than like, oh, we're really good coworkers. It was more like oh, everything's better when you're around. Oh,
I feel like
I'm worried about you. Blah, blah, blah.
in a workplace, if they have to be in a stairwell to hug, they're trying to hide something. Because they're not doing it on the floor where people can see.
Yeah.
So they're doing it.
Okay.
So it's for me, it's like you got to look at those. What can you
Nuances.
what can you do in the workplace? What can't you do in the workplace? If you're in a
Yeah.
relationship with somebody in the workplace, they're going to put you apart. They don't want you
Yeah.
working together.
I mean, but there are such things as work husbands and work wives.
Nowadays,
it's not actually
you've dubbed
anything.
it. Now we've dubbed it something like that. We have work husbands. We have regular husbands. We have sugar daddies and all this other shit. It's when humanity complicates a lot of shit.
Yeah, we can't
With
be extroverts
titles.
and introverts anymore. Now it's like omniverts. There's extroverted introverts and introverted extroverts and.
Hi, I'm people.
Hello, I'm person.
I exist. This is my space. That's it. Do the things. But yeah, I mean that for me was one thing. It's like it for some people it was hard to see that they actually had a relationship, whereas if you just look at that small connotation, that you can see that something's a little off, something's a little different. with
Yeah,
how they
so
do
that's
things.
why I felt like they immediately were like, it's a little more than. I mean, just from the beginning for me.
But outside of that, it was weird when he was just left the freaking hospital and he went to a shrine in the middle of the freaking
Yeah.
woods. What are you doing?
Yeah, what's the point?
Why are you here?
Why? And then when he got his power, there was no questioning what am I? What's the point of it all? Like, why do I have these powers? He was just like,
Got powers.
I have powers. I know how to use them.
Yeah.
Let's go.
The-
Because
the-
then when that demon tumor comes to life,
Yeah.
he glows up and then flies across the hospital.
Yeah, and just like so many other
punches it once.
and just like other folks. Yeah, it's a golden aura, but he doesn't have golden hair, but his hair starts wavering.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, did he go semi Super Saiyan?
Is he semi Super Saiyan?
He's not
Triple S.
it's not full acquisition of the power. It's just enough that he doesn't have golden hair and freaking green eyes. Nah, he's just Super Saiyan enough that he can be like, pew!
Yeah. And he ran really fast and he just punched the tumor
Yeah, he punched the
Punched
tumor
it once.
to death.
to death. Dead.
Yeah.
That's it. All right, good job. Dot
Yeah.
tumor, which is also like a monster.
Yeah. Yeah. Like,
And it's just like there was no explanation. Well, the old ladies came and were like, "You're the one who's gonna be defeating us," but then
yeah,
they get to
you're the chosen one or whatever. I'm like,
God.
so.
What are you, old ladies? Look, the old ladies joined in the fight at the end, and in my opinion,
And they
was like,
they weren't even old. They were just
Yeah.
like priestesses or nuns.
And my first thought was like, so why did you need him? Because they defeated the big bad demon by themselves.
Well, they defeated the supposed demon of sky.
Yeah, demon
to
of
which,
sky. And
to which I was like, I thought that was the last general guy.
yeah.
Because you had the demon of earth who first attacked him in the woods.
Uh-huh.
And and again, weird things about his powers, he just summons a sword. And he can summon a spear. So what does he do? Slash and stab, slash and stab.
Like he suddenly knows how to use them as well.
But, when Fuyuko was there, demon reaches out for Fuyuko and then dies and disintegrates. Because that's apparently how demons die.
Yeah.
They disintegrate.
And and also all the demons disintegrated when they died.
Yeah.
Yet Fuko at the end was like, I buried all their bodies here. Like, what bodies?
You're not supposed to have bodies. And
They disintegrated.
you literally just contradicted your whole premise of how demons die. Oh, no. Wait a second.
There's so much more. There's so much more.
No.
Because their whole fucking plan was
Okay.
bullshit.
When you said that, I had to remember what she said. They weren't pure demons.
Oh, that's right, because she was having sex with
People.
people.
So she was trying to respawn the demon race with people. So the demons that were there were demons that were killed by Shunyu, the old woman. But how old is Shunyu if this has been 5,000 years? How many people have you been in? And how long has Shunyu been like,
She's been fucking for years.
nah, bitch, ain't gonna happen.
No,
Not today.
Like, she didn't make any new demons since the 5,000 years ago because all those demons that were around like 5,000 years ago when he, for some reason, randomly goes to the past. And let me tell you, he's living in a city of Japan.
He's living in
Osaka. He knows
Osaka.
how to ride a horse.
He's living in Osaka.
But he knows how to ride a horse expertly.
Yeah.
No problem.
In ancient Ondaigahara.
Okay, but the main problem that I had with this, was their whole fucking plan. Their plan was to go 5,000 years in the future.
Right.
When weapons are better, when items are better, when there are more people. Let's go to the future. Instead of fighting the Neanderthals that are over here with our superior technology, let's go 5,000 years in the future and do what?
So it felt like a weird cyclical premonition of the future. So for the Jumon people 5,000 years ago, it was a savior god will come from the future and save us. That was theirs. For the demons, it was, we gonna die, so how do we get out of here? So they had an advanced civilization, and their option was, they could have gone anywhere, but why 5,000 years specifically to the future?
Yeah.
That's the hiccup. Why 5,000 years specifically? You couldn't gone 100 years.
I don't understand what they were expecting.
You could literally
to
have
get out of it.
proliferated every era of human history with demons and just been like, all right, lay low a little bit, grow your numbers, and then murder everybody. And whoever gets there first, you win. And then we've won overall. No, it was, let's all go to 5,000 years in the future, but now this dude's come from the future to kill us all, and he's literally made the prophecy come true. So now we're fucked.
Yeah.
It was
I just
doomed.
don't understand why 5,000 years in the future with guns and cars. And
dude literally came back with a friggin' rifle and started shooting demons off their friggin' horses.
He was sniper rifling fucking demons.
Like in the chest.
You're a doctor. What classes were you taking in college?
Again, because this is only an hour long, at best, you'd have no background.
No.
At all. You have nothing.
No, he knows how to use
gain.
guns. He knows how to use spears and swords.
I'm
He also knows how to hand-to-hand combat because he like straight judo chops bitches through the throat.
Oh, no.
Pointed hand. Whank.
Nope.
What?
The
What?
The best
No, what?
fight. The best fight was with the water demon.
Oh!
And every review...
You mean like when he supposedly saved Fukio, and instead of swimming to the surface, he's like, let's submerge ourselves, and he's talking to her under the water like, I saved you. I love you. I'm like, maybe you should get her ass to get up there and breathe. Like, why are you under the water?
Trying to have underwater sex, bro.
Because they were just like steadily floating under the water.
Sex in the pool is one thing, but sex in a whole body of water where you can just submerge yourself. All right, autoerotic investigation. Guess what? We about to hit that spot real quick, but we gotta rise up. We gotta rise up together now. We gotta rise up together.
Okay, what were you gonna say? What did all the reviews say?
Oh, about this fight?
Yeah.
Okay, so obviously it's not Fuyuko. It ends up being the demon of water.
Right.
So they pop up out of the water. What's this dude do? Nut shot.
Yes. Yeah. They
This is
shot
probably
the demon for no fucking
now.
And then they make like the joke like, oh.
Exactly.
Ooh.
Now see, when this is we're not saying this is not a terrible film because this is a terrible film. It's terrible. And I said it earlier. It's a terrible film that is laughable. Not just because of this one scene, but just overall, you're like, man, some of this shit, man. At least Terminator was kept their timeline at least kind of close to shit. Nah, bro. When it's two straight nut shots,
He nut shots the
demon of water, and
for
the
no reason.
The hands come down, and it's the little pee-pee dance, like, oh no,
Yeah.
oh no, and it's hopping.
And then
face
give him a
turned red.
solid 15 seconds of watching him
Just
dance around.
Until he got serious again. And then you know what? It was probably the highlight of the movie. Highlight.
It was so stupid.
It was so stupid, but at the same time,
it's like that's the only sort of that comedy in this entire fucking movie. There was no reason for them to just be like, "Hey, you want to do like a nut, like dude gets hit in the nut dance? Let's do that.
Just do it.
Okay, sure. Water demon in the nuts.
And I compare it to Dragon Ball Z when Goten and Trunks turn into Gotenks and they get all cocky and shit, and they're always just like, "Let me show my ass. Come get it!" Oh, they do it so many times. So many times. A big bad freaking Majin Buu. They do the freaking Broly. No, Trunks alone does the freaking Broly. And I'm like, you see how big those motherfuckers are? Are you sure you want to do this? Really? You want to taunt these people?
You got cojones.
Yeah, if anybody has seen old school Broly, you understand what I'm talking about. That man took no shit because he was fucking nuts. He was a psychopath because of his paths. He's fucking nuts. Love him to death, though.
But also, let's see. First off, him rescuing her, cutting her from the rope, and then just sinking under the water.
Yeah.
For no fucking reason. And then, I don't even understand how it got to the point where he went back into the past 5,000 years. Because it felt like he was walking through a temple, and then suddenly he was like, huh? And the color turned.
So what I can assume happened, because he found the ruins of the fallen city, is that he stumbled across that device that sent them into the future in the first place. And because...
But he didn't reappear in that place.
No, he
reappeared in a field.
But that's the same thing that happened when they returned. They weren't in the same place. They were on a friggin' highway.
That's true. Okay.
So it was a weird time and space displacement.
I don't know why we're trying to make sense of this bullshit.
Well,
I still don't understand their plan. Go 5,000 years in the future and what? Say your pet. What is the point? You're in the past. You got to go fight the Neanderthals, or let's fight a future civilization with guns and armies.
We're escaping the evil god that's come to destroy us. To the future we go.
Oh, and then they didn't expect him to walk through the portal too.
Right. If General, even though General Dude was pretty tough, he seemed tougher than the other two because he straight popped a sword out of his chest like it won't nothing. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm like, if you had done your job, you'd have been left behind, but the demons would have been proliferating in the future. But you fucked up. You took them with you. You fucked up.
And then they fought when he goes to the future and he kills the last demon.
Yeah.
And it immediately goes to a sex scene.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
like he gets knocked unconscious. He's so tired. Oh god! And then it shows Fukio running towards him like, "Oh no!" And then boom, they're in a bed.
Now-
Sex scene.
now see okay. So the crazy thing is, so leading up to that, he goes to see his friend Takase, who apparently went to school with him.
Yes.
Gets all the information for the Jamon. Goes to the area where they're supposed to be, which is Odagahara. And Fuyuko comes with him against his will. He's like, don't come. She shows up anyway. They're out in the forest. He says there's an evil presence. He goes off to go check it out, sees a deer, and then all of a sudden, she's screaming, and he goes running, and then he's like, fuck, she's gone. So he goes into a cave, finds the old ancient city, tremors happen, then he ends up in the past, blah, 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 back in the future. Fuyuko, in her apartment, not questioning where did he go, should I go look for him, should I call the police, I don't know, maybe I should take some, measures. Nope, just in my apartment. And then she looks out her window and she sees explosions. She's like, Ukyu's back.
Yeah.
And she just, really? That's how you know. That's how you know he's back. That's how you know he's back. So she runs out of her apartment towards the explosion. Now, I'll tell you what. When it comes to horror movies, or any kind of movie in general, people don't run towards explosions. They don't. People stand in front of explosions because it looks fucking cool.
Yeah, you're watching like, what?
But Will Ferrell proved that to be bullshit.
Ah! What?
Straight bullshit!
How do people stand in... Oh, God, my ears! How do they stand still looking so cool in front of these things?
Correct. That shit hurts. If you know how fire feels from a distance, guess what? Just try that shit blowing out at you. It's blowing out at you. It hurts.
Yeah.
It's blisteringly hot.
Also, watch the other guys. This shit's funny.
Yeah, it's hilarious. So she's running towards the explosion. Obviously, this the last demon of sky, which we thought was the demon of sky,
Yeah.
but apparently wasn't somehow.
That,
I don't know. Anyway, yeah, she just shows up. She takes him back to her apartment.
yeah.
Let's do the thing.
All right, hey, I know you just recovered from a massive battle fighting hundreds of demons, but
What's up?
fuck.
Yeah.
And then it's like romantic scene of
Yeah.
them two doing things, and then he says, "Will you marry me?"
Yeah.
And I was like, now look, it felt like at the beginning, I felt like, oh, they had a little bit of a relationship, but not
Right.
like we've been in
Romantic.
a relationship for years, romantic. Like it felt like maybe like they flirted a bit at work.
Right.
That's the type of relationship it felt like at the beginning. Like they hugged every once in a while. That's the extent of it.
There was one kiss.
Yeah, there was one kiss, but it felt like before that
Right.
there wasn't anything else. And then suddenly it's fucking, will you marry me? And like, no, Yukio. No. Those are just lustful feelings, buddy. You don't have to ask her to marry you. You don't have to say I love you just because you had sex.
It's not a shotgun wedding.
It's okay.
Even though he says we're gonna meet your parents.
Yeah,
drive
yeah.
to see your
Let's go
parents
drive to
tomorrow.
meet your parents, and she's like,
Okay.
the fuck? Yeah, she's like, okay. And my opinion is like, fucking
What?
really?
Gotta
He's
get that
just like,
blessing.
hey, let's get married. Okay. Tomorrow we're gonna meet your parents. Wait, what?
Yeah. Gotta get that blessing, bro.
And then also, then they get to the end, and she's like, "Oh, this is my family's temple." Blah blah blah. I'm
Yeah,
the
we take
demon
care of
queen.
it. But in the car, it would be a different world if the demons had survived.
Yeah, and you're
Yeah.
like,
What?
huh?
What the fuck? Why
What are
would
you
you
talking
say that?
Yeah, I know, right? Right?
but also in the middle of the night, it's like the demon queen's not dead. You still got to kill her. He's like, fuck. And this is all before he gets out of bed, all buck naked, and looks up the balcony. And she just follows suit. Are you okay? We're gonna meet your parents tomorrow. Okay. Like what? What are you doing?
And then, oh my god,
What are you doing?
it's so stupid. But what I also don't understand is, first off, she's the demon queen, right? Disguised as a human.
Yeah.
And at the end, they're like, to get what you longing for, go find her family. And you're like,
What?
But she's just the demon queen. There is no family.
You mean all those stone statues that are the dead demons? She's back at the temple?
What family? She doesn't really... Remember... Hey, pay attention. Remember? She's not a real person.
She's not people.
Did you forget that when you wrote the ending?
She's a demon.
She's a fucking demon. There is no family. But he was crying like, all I want is love. I just want love.
I'm like, was that really what you wanted? Because it didn't seem... It seemed like you were hungering for battle the whole... Why do I have these powers? So you can punch and kick the shit out of stuff.
Yeah.
And you did it a lot.
A lot. Lots of punching and kicking.
Yeah. Now, if we were just, kids, true kids of the 80s, we'd just be like, this is fucking awesome! Yeah!
100D. This is the best movie I've ever seen in my life!
Yep. But we grew up.
Yep. And then we look at this, we're like,
what the fuck?
What the fuck are you doing?
Why did they do this?
Why?
Oh my god. So this is based on a novel by Yasuaki Kadoda that was published by Tacoma Shoten on January 1st of 1987. And it was, this was actually translated twice in English.
Was it like a game of telephone then? Is that why it was so bad?
I think this is and I think we watched the second English version because this was 1998.
Okay.
Yeah, this is 1998 version. The original was came out on February 22nd of 1991. But then it broadcasts on North American TV on the Super Channel on December 1st on 2008. And on Sci-Fi Channel on Anime Mondays. Because, Sci-Fi Channel had Anime Mondays.
Yeah. And a lot of... With the last battle, when it was him fighting against the Demon Queen. And she was... And the Oracles apparently were fighting the Sky Demon.
Yeah, which...
It seemed like with their... They only did one move. Pull the beads.
Yeah.
At the demon. And I was like, did you even really need him at all? Because that one move was enough. And then they were like...
That.
We're going to go bury your body somewhere. Like,
what?
Why?
Shouldn't she disintegrate like all the rest of the demons?
Yeah, she's a demon.
Unless she's like...
Fall apart?
I mean, numero uno, in which case maybe she's more... Dexterous? Dexterous than the others?
I don't...
One of these things is not like the other.
Please,
one of these things just doesn't belong.
Just like fucking Letterkenny, like if you're anything, be consistent.
Correct.
Please.
If you want to blame anybody for this adaptation, blame John Wolski. John Wolski. You want me to spell that last name for you so you can find him and be like...
No, because I don't want to see this ever again.
You fucking suck.
I hope he only directed one film.
W-O-L-S-K-E-I.
Stop it.
John Wolski. His phone number is... Nah. I don't know his phone number.
But his email. It was so fucking...
You give me some time. Maybe I can find that email.
It was so bad. Like, come on. Be consistent with the story.
Oh, no. Because you're trying to line up words with how they're speaking. And, certain Japanese phrases are kind of long in comparison to English phrases. So, it does become a kind of... Can I do it properly? Because you want that phrase to match up with how the mouth is actually moving in the animation.
I don't give a shit about that.
I know. But I have to look... I'm sorry, I have to look at it, I guess, from that perspective to a certain extent. But if the sub was way better than the dub, I need to find the sub. So I can be like, this makes so much more sense. In comparison to this dub, which is like garbage.
Yeah.
All around.
Yeah.
Stop. Don't ever do this again.
Please stop.
Ever.
Please stop.
I'll allow the actress to come back. But not you, John Rolski. Not you. You go away now.
It was just...
I say good day, sir.
I say good day.
Good day.
But it just this was just as terrible as I dreamed.
Yeah, this is what you were looking for.
Yeah, I was looking for some hot garbage, and good news, I found some hot garbage.
Yeah, straight on street pizza.
I was looking forward to shitting on a film, and
Perfect.
Here it is.
Perfect.
Here it is. It was fucking. What was the? Usually I'd ask you what your favorite part was, but this time.
Oh yeah, I already said my favorite part.
What's your favorite part?
I already said it.
What was it?
Nut punch.
Not much.
Best part of the whole goddamn film. Like, it gave me a lot of laughs to just be like, it's just ridiculous.
Yeah, it's so fucking stupid.
What about you?
My favorite part? Their fucking plan was fucking stupid.
So,
like saying-
so you're my antithesis? You're like, all right, Nut Punch was funny, but this plan, straight
No,
ridiculous.
I don't understand like why you're like, okay, I'm gonna fight a bunch of guys with muskets. Oh, but you know what would be a better plan? Going into the future when they got laser rifles and tanks. I could fight them then.
That is fair. That
Would be way better. Really?
I mean, I guess when you think at a demon mentality, you're stronger, faster, and at the time they were more advanced. I mean, you literally created time travel.
If he was standing in the wrong spot when they got on that highway,
he would have been literally in the car.
Wouldn't have even need to do anything.
No, he'd been in the car.
Yeah.
See, when it comes to time displacement for like the Terminator and stuff, because I don't know if they're literally sending them back in time
to that
exact location, and you actually know what's in that location at the time, or are they sending them through time and space, and they're just ending up close to where their target is at the time?
Time travel in itself is a difficult.
Correct. If you cannot now with Back to the Future, it was a car.
Yeah.
You put in the time.
Yeah.
And that's it. You go down the street, you end up in the same place on that street.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, then we can look at like fucking Umbrella Academy with their time travel.
Five's ability is also spatial as well.
Yeah.
So it's not just time; it's also time and space. So he can
He
dilate.
was also running the entire
street that one time.
No, not even that whole street. I'm talking about like his body was the one controlling all of the. What is that fucking place called?
Oh, you're talking about
the time.
The bureau.
Yeah, the bureau. Yeah, his body was running the bureau, and when it died, the bureau went.
Yep, it's done.
Yeah.
So that means we've literally seen 3 versions of 5. The young version, the old man version, and the super old man version.
And that young kid who plays 5 is fucking phenomenal.
Once again, a lot of people have been like, he should play Damian Wayne if they ever do that.
Oh,
as a
fuck
movie.
yes.
Yes, he would be the perfect Damian Wayne.
That kid is fucking great.
But see, he's getting older now. So he's going to lose that ability to play a younger Damian Wayne. But he could play a modern Damian Wayne.
He could play a lot of shit. He's really
He's
good.
very versatile.
He's like watching him on the it's one of those things where like I'm watching him in the show and I'm like, he speaks like a fucking adult. Like,
oh yeah.
There's not that question of like, oh, this is a kid pretending to be adult. No. He talks like he's talking down to everyone. That kid is spot fucking on. Pay him more money.
They should.
That kid is great. I want to see him in a lot more shit.
Fair.
I don't even know his name. Sorry, I'm really bad at that.
He's I don't.
Really
I don't keep up with all of the Umbrella Academy.
He's
names.
really fucking fantastic.
Yes.
Anyways, we got off topic because
as usual.
Because of time travel. Talking about him, but
it's a great discussion to have because time travel is it's a theory, and because it's a part of quantum dynamics, it's always open to interpretation.
The fucking grandfather, was it the grandfather complex?
Yes.
Yeah. Where, you go back in time and kill your grandfather, but because you killed your grandfather, you don't exist. So how do you exist in this timeline to go back and kill your grandfather? And then that's when the paradox happens.
Cross-eyed. Because if you... All right, let's do Avengers. Let's talk about Avengers then. In Infinity War and Endgame. Well, mostly Endgame because that's where they actually created time travel.
Right.
So, your past becomes your future.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So if you go back in time, you're just traveling that line. But every time you change something, just like in Dragon Ball,
Different path.
it's an offshoot.
Yeah.
That's it. You're going back to where you came from. Nothing's changed. Nothing's changed. That's it. You just went back in the past, you changed something, you fucked up. You created a branch timeline. Oh no!
Let's go destroy this timeline.
Yep. Thank you, TVA. Time variant authority, if you didn't know.
Thanks, Owen Wilson.
Yay!
Yeah. All right. Well, let's go ahead and do some ratings then.
I'm gonna let you go first, as you picked it.
All right.
Yep.
2.5.
You're being gracious.
Out of 2.5 out of 10, because you know what, the art wasn't.
It wasn't.
terrible.
It wasn't terrible.
Like,
Even though when he did his several power ups, he did not rip a shirt. But then all of a sudden,
all of a
when he
sudden
did
his
that,
sleeves were gone.
yep.
Yep.
Thanks, past.
Yeah.
Past era just was just like, yeah, shirts
It
don't
felt,
matter.
The art felt appropriate for the 80s. Like, there was
Yes.
nothing special, nothing awesome that stood out from it. The demons didn't look extra badass. Occasionally they showed a boobie and they were like, "Ooh, look at us.
Yeah,
Look
we-
how fancy we are. We're showing a possible boobie."
Hentai did it better. Just saying.
But all in all, hot garbage. The story was not consistent whatsoever. The plans were terrible and ill thought out.
Yeah.
And he suddenly understood he had powers, and he used his powers like he had them all along. Did not question it. He
Nope.
was just like, okay, I have powers. I have to murder demons.
Why do I have these powers? But
Yeah.
you just automatically understand how
And
they
he
work.
also knows I can pull a sword and a spear.
Exactly. Like
Because
it's
why
one
not?
thing. It's one thing to have a gold ore. It's one thing
Yeah.
to have that as a power up. But then I can just pull a fucking sword out of nowhere. Oh, I can pull a spear out of nowhere.
Yeah.
I've
Wow.
got these two specifically.
Yeah.
Nothing else. You can't. One doesn't
That's
change.
fine.
One doesn't change into the other. You don't have a weapon that just like morphizes into what you need at the time.
Yeah,
You got two weapons. That's it. What is this?
How'd you pick those weapons? Who said that was?
You can choose a rifle. Can you choose a rifle?
Is that something? Did you take a karate class for your doctorate?
Yeah, what's going on? What's going on? Good. What's good? What's good, man? What's good? What's good?
So much did not make sense.
No.
All right.
You're being you were
I was generous.
Super
I was
generous.
quite generous.
fucking generous as hell.
Yeah, maybe you know what? I'm
this-
gonna go down to 2.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go down to 2.
I talked him down to 2.
All right.
Let it be known, I talked him down to
You're
2.
right. You did.
So yeah, I'm gonna go lower than that. Cause this will be the second time I've gone lower than you on a score. 1.6.
1.6.
1.6.
Okay.
Good Jesus.
I'm gonna see if I can find a worse one.
I mean, it was bad, but it was still semi-watchable. Just to be like, wow.
What?
It was just for like, where is it gonna go next?
Yeah. Like why?
Will I watch it again?
Absolutely not.
No. Not
Maybe
not,
in a
no.
group of people where we can all make fun of it.
Yes.
That'd be fun.
I will tell you after this.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Please don't tell me you watch porn in a group.
No. But now that you've literally said what I was going to tell you, that was another part of that review I was mentioned earlier. It was just like that. So you could watch it by yourself. You could watch Circle Jerk. Like no.
No.
Why would you even mention that?
No.
Ew.
No.
Ew. Any menage should not have this playing in it.
Menage a trois.
Any orgy should not have this playing in the background.
No.
It's not worth your time.
No.
It's not.
It's terrible.
But watch it anyway, so you can share in our burden.
Please join in our pain.
Yes. This was painful, but we did it for you. We did it all for you.
All right. Do you have any idea what you want to do next time?
See, you need to prompt me like before this, because I have
What?
nothing
Like
on,
you're not expecting it?
I have nothing on top of my head right now.
That's fine.
Okay.
That's fine.
Yeah.
We'll surprise everybody else.
Yeah.
Where can they find us at?
Ooh, you guys can find us at KJNA Podcast on Twitter, TikTok, Facebook, and on Instagram.
Yeah.
Guess what? You can also contact us at kjnapodcast@gmail.com. Or if you really want to get down with us, you can get down with us on Facebook, more primarily at KJNA Community, or you can find us on the KJNA chat.
He's so excited.
I am a little
We
bit.
do talk sometimes on the chat.
Yeah.
And it's fun. We talk to peoples.
Like right now, I'm going to
Are you
get
going
on
to ask
there.
people for the A's?
Yeah, I'm going to ask people for
We're
the
gonna try to
A's.
find some A's. All right.
Yeah,
well,
get some A's.
If we get some recordings of A's, I'll put it on the next one.
Yeah.
We'll have an A.
Yeah, we'll have an A. We might have an A before this A. No, we'll have an A after this A. No, we'll have an A after this A.
Who knows?
A's.
Well, if you have any ideas, you can email us your voice clip, and we'll do that.
Yeah, we would like to be all inclusive. We want everybody to get down.
Yeah.
We want to make this a platform that you can do all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
All
So
kinds of stuff.
tell your friends, and don't forget to rate us because that makes us appear higher on different
Everything.
lists, and then we get seen more, and then we get seen more, and we get heard more, and if we get heard more, good things happen.
Yeah, we'll get some kind of stuffs, and we can make this better, and then we can be more inclusive, even more inclusive. Then we can actually make it to crazy places like New York Comic Con and San Diego Comic Con, because
We do live shows.
yes, just walk around on the street and be like, hey,
Hey!
anime hot take.
Oh man.
Yeah,
Yeah. we can totally
that's what we want to do. So, from us to you, have a good night, have a good day. Peace. Deuces.